Ironheart, Season 1, Episode 6. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marvel Plus, the podcast devoted to all things MCU. My name is Brett Scott. I am your host, and this is the show. And today we're talking the finale of Ironheart. Ironheart episode 6, The Past is the Past. And a lot happens in this episode. I don't know if I like it yet or not. Overall, though, the series was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's not top 5 of the series for me, but I don't really have many complaints. There was a couple things along the way that seemed illogical or like they just had to do to make the story work. But overall, pretty damn good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed the story for the most part. The characters, great stuff. It just doesn't break that like top tier level for me. So anyway, man, let's talk about this thing. So in the beginning of the finale, we finally get to see how Parker got the hood and who gave it to him. It's finally revealed, and everyone knew, or at least suspected, that Mephisto was behind everything. It was Mephisto all along. Like I said, it just didn't have the impact that it would have had even like a year ago. It's just been too long. And I feel like maybe they were never even going to do Mephisto, but the fan speculation created this. It manifested this. Like eventually they had to introduce Mephisto, and it had to be in one of these series, not in a film. So I was kind of over it. Like I've been saying this the whole series because there was speculation that he was going to be in it. More than speculation, I guess there was a leak. But you know what? I'll be completely honest with you. I avoided that. I avoided all spoilers of this show. I didn't know if they would actually reveal Mephisto or not. I had no idea that who was playing him or anything. But the big reveal right in the beginning of this episode is that Sacha Baron Cohen is Mephisto. And no, not the actor. Yes, the actor, but in the series, it's not him, which would have been kind of a cool meta thing. But no, Sacha Baron Cohen is playing Mephisto and actually does a great job. And I like specifically when he speaks with the British accent and not with the American accent. Just seems so much more devilish, right? He's a great Mephisto. I just don't care. I don't care about Mephisto. His portrayal was good though. I really enjoyed his portrayal of Mephisto. He's always seen as more of a comedic actor anyway, a comedic presence anyway, no matter what he's in. Going way back to the early movies and stuff that he did and TV shows. But he works good here. He works good here as, the Prince of Darkness, Mephisto, the devil, if you will. I thought he was great. I think he portrayed the character really well, probably even better than the comics, because in the comics, I don't know, Mephisto's not as charismatic. He's just like dark, brooding, scary, right? But this is like the version of the devil that I like. The Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate. The movie Bedazzled. Like I like when the devil is devilish, right? Like when the devil is charming and presents you with all the riches you could imagine, and that's exactly what he does. He can see inside Parker's soul, and he knows what he wants is to get back at his father and to become filthy, disgusting rich, right? As he says. And that's what he promises him. He said, and this hood will help you along the way. But you got to trade something for it. But he never actually says what it is. I love that too. I love that aspect of like and Parker is so consumed with what he wants that he doesn't even bother to ask, right? He's like, don't worry, you're not going to miss it. Yeah, you have to trade a little something, but you'll never miss it. And he says the same thing to Riri later. And I like that. I liked the portrayal of Mephisto in the series 100%. I just don't like that it took this long and it was dragged out and they made it a whole thing. And I was over Mephisto. I don't care that it was Mephisto behind this. I did think it was an interesting choice, though, that they, revealed him in a series like this, which is very tech based, and originally probably had no magic intended for it, no mystical elements, but that's what the story became, and that's how they put Mephisto in it. I think, though, that it isn't. It was a strange choice for this, and that's the best surprise, right? And unfortunately, I guess it was ruined for a lot of people, and that is really unfortunate because no one would have guessed that the reveal of Mephisto would be in Ironheart. You expect it in Doctor Strange, you expect it in WandaVision, you expect it in Agatha all along. You do not expect it in Ironheart. So that was clever. It's too bad it was, done the way it was done. Okay, so Parker makes the deal, and obviously gets the consequences to go along with it. And he got everything that his heart desired. And Mephisto tells him, hey, he's not treating him so nice anymore. I love it. Like now he's just like, you're just like an underling, right? You're just some guy that wants something from me. I don't need anything from you anymore. I got what I want. And so he tells him, if you can manage to hang on to this hood, maybe I'll give you a little more, because he wants more. Parker got everything and he still wants more. At the same time, Riri is trying to figure out how to bring her friend back, right? Her AI friend back. They never even said that she wants to bring her actual friend back. She just wants to bring back this AI version of Natalie, and can't figure out how to do it through technology. But she thinks, if I get that hood, maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can get what I want. Not even knowing that the hood gives you what you want, or that the person behind the hood gives you what you want. But clearly Parker had made some kind of deal. And I think she realizes that. And she's like, this hood can do amazing things. So maybe if I can get this hood and figure out what's behind it, I can get the thing that I want figured out. So she goes to confront Parker and gets to have another showdown with Ezekiel. It doesn't last long, though, because Ezekiel doesn't actually want to hurt her, but he's being controlled by Parker. So Ezekiel's standing between her and Parker. Parker's in another room, back room somewhere with Mephisto, and Riri is trying to get to him, and Ezekiel is in the way. Plus, Ezekiel doesn't want Parker to find out that she's still alive. But you could see he doesn't really want to hurt her. He doesn't really want to fight with her. But I did find it strange, though, that he's still upset with her. Like they still have unfinished business. I'm not getting that. Look, he was a black market arms tech guy. You ran the risk, buddy. Like, what, you're going to get back at Riri? You're going to have a showdown again in the future? So she figures out how to take away Parker's control. They agree to a ceasefire, I guess, a temporary ceasefire. I just thought it was weird that he's like, we're not done. This isn't all. This isn't the last you heard from me. Why? And unless he meant it we might team up in the future and be friends. But she's like, are we good? Are we friends again? And he's like, I'm leaving. We're not done yet. This isn't finished. What? Why? So that was one problem I had with this. Why set that up? That's weird. But he's now out of the picture, and Riri finally gets to confront Parker. And in doing so, she gets the hood. And the biggest part of the episode, and what's kind of most important about this whole ending, is that she then gets to talk to Mephisto. She then gets offered the same deal that Parker had, like, whatever you want, I can give it to you. You just have to trade something that you'll never even miss. And it doesn't appear, though, that she actually needs the hood or anything. She's just going to make this deal with Mephisto. And the way they did it was like you were seeing what she was seeing in her mind while he was offering her this deal. She was imagining getting Natalie back, getting the AI Natalie back. And we still don't know, is that the future that actually happened? Because she was imagining it while he was giving her the deal, and she seemed like she's not going to take this deal, right? Because, yeah, she's done some criminal shit, and she's been a little selfish in this series, but, at the end of the day, she's a hero, or we're supposed to believe that she'll become one. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy because, in the end, it's like she goes, like she's going to shake his hand. They don't actually show them shake hands, but then they do go and show that, possible future with reuniting with Natalie, and Natalie is real. It's the real Natalie. She's come back to life. It's not the AI Natalie. Like, what? This bothers me. The ending bothers me because I don't know what happened, right? I think we're supposed to assume she took the deal because that's the way it kind of, it ended right there. It's like she's now with Natalie, but it's like, is it like Natalie never died? Is it like the rest of the world, gets false memories placed there, like Natalie never died, which would mean like none of this even happened in their view? I don't know, dude. I don't know how they're going to explain that. If the real Natalie is now alive, how do they explain that? I get Mephisto has like crazy power, right? I'm sure he could make the world believe that Natalie never died and just kind of reset that in the timeline. But I don't know. I don't know what that means. Or maybe Riri's now trapped in another timeline where Natalie didn't die, and we just haven't been able to see that yet. That would almost be kind of cool because he can travel the multiverse. I just realized how close my mic is to my mouth. I'm probably extremely loud. I apologize. But yeah, so I think we're to assume she took the deal. You even see like when she hugs Natalie in that maybe future image or maybe the actual thing that happened because she took the deal image, her back has this like glowing vein or whatever, kind of like Parker had these things coming up his body, right? These scales, and you kind of see one through her shirt in the back. And so I guess we're to assume that, but I don't know for sure, and it's not explained. It's like, but why did they do this? Are they trying to gear up for a second season? Is this story going to continue? Is Mephisto going to play a big part going forward in like Doctor Strange 3? Or, there is a show called Strange Academy that's coming up. We don't know exactly what it's about, but maybe it has something to do with the end credits scene here, right? The end credits scene shows Zelma, Parker meeting Zelma. Parker's now down and out. He's lost all his power. He has nothing, no friends, no life. And he comes which I don't know why he has no life. I mean, his dad and all those companies still sign things over to him. So that's kind of weird. I guess there are some plot holes in this that I didn't realize, like some things that don't quite add up. Anyway, he comes to Zelma down and out to the little magic shop or whatever. And he's like, hey, I need some magic. I need some real magic. Now, she doesn't know what Parker looks like. She doesn't know this is him, which also I find kind of hard to believe because she had so much to do with the preparation to defeat Parker and get the hood and stuff. Like, for her not to know what he looks like or know who he is kind of crazy, especially since she's a magic wielder. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it was a cool series. I'm now, right now, and we're doing it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I'm now seeing like serious, maybe potential plot holes, or maybe just yet to be explained things, right? So I don't know. I don't know if I like that ending. I don't know if I like Riri turning to the dark side, for lack of a better phrase. Like she was questionably a gray character throughout this series, wanting everyone to believe she was good, or at least as an audience, we're wanting to believe she's good, but never really did anything super heroic in this series at all. I don't know, man. She's kind of selfish, and I guess it would make sense. We were given that version of her character throughout this whole series, and then for her to be selfish in the end and get what she wants, and that be the thing that's most important to her in the end, is getting Natalie back. So she just takes the deal. I guess it's within the character that we met in the series. I just don't know if I like it, because I don't. If she is going to be portrayed to be a hero, I don't really want. That's how I'm going to see her all the time now. Like, well, she could always turncoat on anyone, right? She could always be looking out for number one, and I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that as a predecessor, or not predecessor, I don't know, taking up the mantle of Iron Man, basically. The next Tony Stark. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. The guy who made the ultimate sacrifice for the entire world, and she's supposed to be the next him, and she's basically the original Tony, right? Super selfish. So maybe that's her character arc. It's going to be just like Tony, where she's like selfish in the beginning. Thing is we joined Tony's story a little later, like right before he started doing good. And in this story, we get to see all the bad or questionable decisions that she makes. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I had someone here with me for this episode, just to bounce some stuff back and forth, because this is it is confusing and it is kind of crazy. But anyway, as I was saying, potentially Zelma and Parker will be in that Strange Academy series. Like maybe they'll be going to train at Carmitage. Maybe that's that's the story they're going to lay out. That would be cool, I guess. I mean, they're two like whatever characters, like but it kind of seems like the way they're going with these series, like a little less importance placed on these series. Whereas I feel like they mattered a lot the first 2 years these series were coming out and affected the world a lot. Now I feel like they're very self-contained. They're supposed to be self-contained. And maybe they learned their lesson with doing Secret Invasion as a series and rather than a big film, because it seemed way too self-contained. Like it didn't affect anything else outside of that show, really. And it was like this major event. And in the comics, it was a major event. And it's like, it should have been a major, major event, like a huge movie, like a 2.5, 3 hour movie that affected, everyone. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Secret Invasion and rehash that series, which I actually enjoyed as I watched it. But, in retrospect, looking at the series as a whole, it's not great. There was some great stuff in it, great character stuff in it. There was some great back and forth dialogue in it that I thought was really well written. But as a whole, it was kind of a mess. Yeah. But like I said, I don't have anyone here to go back and forth with me. I'd love for you guys to chime in, though. Like, let's talk about it. Let's get some conversation started in the Marvel Plus Facebook group. Come join that, please. Or you can reach out at Real Brett Scott just about everywhere on social media. Or you can send me an email, marvelpluspodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you're interested in being a guest on a future episode, same places. You can get in touch with me, all those places, and just say, hey, man, I'd love to come on and talk about blank, whatever upcoming series or movie that you want to talk about, or past series or movie you want to talk about that I haven't already covered on the channel. We can do that over on Patreon. If you're interested in that, go check out Patreon, patreon.com/Marvel Plus. There's always a link in the description. So come check it out. Thank you guys. As always, my name is Brett Scott, and this has been Marvel Plus.